Good morning, students. I am Lakshmi. Happy to reach you all in science class. And a warm welcome to students of MGG and AK CBSE to join the class. An important instruction for you children. Whenever you are coming for science class, I just want you to have a separate notebook in your hand that we'll call it as science notes taking note. Whatever notes we are giving in the class, it has to be written in it. Okay? And another instruction for you. Already we have completed two lessons in science, lesson 1 and 2, food and components of food. And in today's class, almost lesson 3 also got over. For you children, I am going to recall all the concepts in lesson number 3. Let us start the class today. I'm going to start the class with small starter activity. And the name of the activity is Fabric Riddles. I'm going to read 4 riddles for you. You are going to write answers in your science notes taking note. Answer must be a type of fabric. Clue for you. Here are the questions. Question number 1. I am used to cover things, but I am not a tent. I can be used to block the sun, but I am not sunscreen. I am made of fabric, but I am not an umbrella. I come in different styles, but I am not a t-shirt. I can be worn on your head, but I am not a pair of sunglasses. Second question. I get sold in a box, but I am not breakfast cereal. I come as a pair, but I am not glasses. I can be shine, but I am not a flashlight. I have a tongue, but I can't speak. I can be worn on your feet, but I am not socks. I come as a pair, but I am not binoculars. I am sometimes a tube, but I don't contain toothpaste. I am something you wear, but I am not jeans. I am often made of cotton, but I am not a t-shirt. I get put on your feet, but I am not shoes. And your last question is, I am thin, but I am not a piece of wire. I am sharp, but I am not a pencil. I am made of metal, but I am not a nail. I have an eye, but I can't see. I am used for seeding, but I am not a piece of thread. I guess you would have written your answers in your notebook, and the answers are: first one is hat, second one shoes, third one socks, fourth one sewing needle. Okay, that's all for today's starter activity. Now I am going to make you to revise the concepts in the lesson with the help of simple activities. We are going to do some activities. In the meantime, you are going to revise the concepts. If you feel I am too speed, what you do, you just press pause button and write down your answers for the activity and then continue to check the answers. Is it clear for you children? It is a common instruction for all the activities. Let us start the activities. And your first activity is complete the mind map. I believe it is a very simple activity and the basic concept behind the lesson. So come on, write it soon in your notes taking note children. So you are going to write a word related to each picture. Let me discuss the answers one after the other. The answers are: first one, fiber, hair-like structure which is used to make a yarn. Second answer is yarn, and these yarn are converted to form a fabric. Okay, and let us move on to the second activity. See, I have given a mind map with pictures. You are going to write a appropriate term for each picture. Come on, write soon children. It's a very simple mind map. So it's time for me to discuss the answers. And the first one is fiber. Fiber you all know, which is the basic thing for making any type of fabric. Based on their origin, they are classified into two types. First one is natural fiber. Natural fiber, there again it is classified into two types. If it is coming from plants, then it is said to be plant fiber. If you are getting it from animal, then it is said to be animal fiber. You know, these plant fibers are otherwise called as cellulosic fiber, and these animal fibers are otherwise called as protein fibers. And this one is synthetic fiber, which we are getting from factories manufactured by humans with the help of chemicals. So your first activity got over. Now let us move on to the second activity. Name of this activity is fiber pyramid. Here you can see 6 triangles. At the base of the triangle, you can see the sources of fiber. Okay, from these 6 sources, we are getting a particular type of fiber. You are going to write the name of the fiber at the top of the triangle or pyramid. So first one, fruit of cotton plant. Second one, stem of flaxen plant. Third one, fleece of sheep. Fourth one, cocoon of silkworm. Fifth one, husk of coconut. Sixth one, chemicals. Come on, write your answers in your notebook, children. So let me discuss the answers one after the other. You check it. First one is cotton. Second one is jute. Third one is wool. Fourth one silk. Fifth one coir. Sixth one is nylon. Okay. So now we are going to move on to the next activity. And rearranging the steps. Third activity is rearranging the steps. Here they have given few pictures related to the production of jute, but it is all mixed up. You are going to sequence it. You are going to arrange it in order. For example, if you believe C is the first process, then you write C, and you feel F is the second one. C, one arrow mark, F likewise it has to go on. Okay, children. So first let us see about the production of jute. Look into the pictures carefully and write the letters alone. No need to mention what it is. Just write A, B, C, likewise. That alphabets alone you arrange it in order. That's enough. Okay, let me discuss the answers now, children. So here is the cultivation of jute, and the first process is cultivation. You have to cultivate jute plant, and at flowering stage, what you have to do? It has to be harvested. After it is harvested, it has to undergo retting process. Retting is the process by which the plants are soaked in the water for few days in order to separate the fibers. It gets rot by the bacterial action and separates the fiber. Later it has to be beaten. Then it is dried to make yarns. Those yarns can be converted into useful products. So the answer is A, F, E, B, C, D and G. This is the answer for this activity. And the same activity, but the second, these set of pictures represent the production of cotton. Okay, same like jute production. Here also pictures all are mixed up. You are going to arrange it in order. Cotton is said to be the very important fiber in our country. Last year also India seems to be the first producer in the production of cotton next to China. I hope by now you have completed it. So the first process or first step is cultivation. First it has to be cultivated. once it blooms at maturity stage, it has to be harvested. And the name of this fruit is cotton bolls, and it can be harvested either manually or with the help of machines. Later, it has to undergo ginning process. Ginning is the process by which seeds are removed from the fibers are removed from the seeds. That process we'll call it as ginning. Ginning is the process by which cotton fibers are separated from the seed. This ginning process can be done with the help of ginning machine. Sometimes manually also it can be separated. And next it has to be combed. In order to make it even and straighten, it has to undergo combing process. After combing process, it has to be dyed. They are providing different colors for cotton yarns. Then later it can be converted into cotton products like garments, wig, pillow, mattresses and so on. So the answer is D, E, A, B, F, C. So now you are clear with the production of cotton and jute. Now the next follow-up activity for this, completing this tabular column. Here one side I have provided certain information. So conditions required for the cultivation of cotton and jute. We are going to fill it. So first one is part of the plant provides fiber. Second one soil. Third one climate. Fourth one amount of rainfall. Fifth one places where it is grown. Sixth one process used for separating fiber. Sixth one uses. Quickly write it in your notes taking note. So let me discuss the answers, children. So for cotton it is fruit and for jute it is stem. Type of soil required for cotton is black soil. Usually in southern India it is grown in black soil, whereas in Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan cotton plants are cultivated in alluvial soil, whereas jute is cultivated in loamy soil. And type of climate preferred for its growth. For cotton, warm climate, and for jute, warm and humid climate. Even temperature when you take for cotton it is 24 degrees Celsius and for jute it is 25 degrees Celsius. Amount of rainfall. Moderate amount of rainfall is enough for the cultivation of both the crops. 60 to 100 centimeter for cotton, 150 to 200 centimeter for jute. Places: Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and for jute, West Bengal, Assam and Bihar. And ginning is the process to separate the fiber. Here the process name is retting. Already I have explained about it. And what are all the useful products we are getting from these fibers? Cotton fabrics, wig, cotton wig which we are using for lighting the lamp, mattresses, pillow, etc. For jute, jute bags, ropes, gunny bags. Okay. I hope I have summarized the points in the production of cotton and jute. Let us move on to the next activity. And your next activity is dictionary skill. Okay, and these are the picture clues for that activity. So dictionary skill is not a simple like usual dictionary skill. Here the words are scrambled. You are going to unscramble the word and then write the meaning. Either you write the meaning or write a sentence about that word. Okay, now you just unscramble the words alone. Later you write the meaning for it. And your first word is, so I'll give you a clue. It is the name of the process which we are using to convert fibers into yarn, and it is a simple device used for that process. And third one is, this is another device used for the same process, and it is the other name for the third device, other name for that device. I hope you got it. So the answer for the first one is spinning. The name of the process is spinning, which is used to convert fiber to yarn, and it can be carried out with the help of these devices. Second one is this one, takli, otherwise called as hand spindle, Takli, takli. And this one is charka, otherwise called as, fourth answer, spinning wheel. This particular thing is called as charka, either called as charka or spinning wheel. It used as a symbol for independence movement. Our father of nation Gandhiji used this particular charka for spinning cotton yarns. So let us move on to the next activity, and the name of the activity is identify me. Okay, in this activity I have given 4 pictures. These 4 pictures, out of these 4 pictures, two pictures represent name of the process, and remaining 2 pictures represent a device used for it. Okay, so write it soon. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Very simple thing. So it's time for me to give answers for you. So name of this process is weaving. In this process, 2 sets of yarns are arranged to make a fabric, and the name of this process is knitting. Only 1 set of yarn is used to make a fabric. Okay, that is the difference. Here 2 sets of yarns, here only 1 set of yarn. When you unloosen or pull at the end of the fabric, knitted fabric, the entire thing will be loosened. For example, your sweaters. And the name of this device is hand loom. It can be operated by hands. It can be operated manually. Many families are dependent on this occupation in villages. And the name of this device is power loom. It can be operated with the help of electricity. When compared to hand loom, in power loom, you can produce many garments at a time. It saves time when compared to hand loom. So the last part of our lesson is history of clothing. Okay, so far I made you to write the answers. Here I am going to summarize the points with the help of these pictures. See, nowadays we are all wearing different types of costumes, isn't it? From where does it start? Before the invention of fabric, what was worn by ancient people? That's what we are going to see today. So before the discovery of fabric, people used to cover themselves in order to protect themselves from extreme conditions like cold, heat. They covered themselves with leaves or barks of tree. Even they use animal skin to cover themselves. Okay, during those days they are not aware of stitching. Okay, so they just wrap or cover their bodies with these things. Then later they started to cultivate crops like cotton and flax, especially near the banks of river Nile. Okay, then later they made needle with the help of bones, ivory and also with the help of twigs, they started to weave clothes like this. An important discovery in the field of clothing was invented. It is nothing but sewing needle. After the invention of sewing needle, people learned how to stitch clothes. So he started to stitch his garments. Then later started using stitched garments like skirt, shirt, pant, bunions and so on. But even today we wonder, we are still using unstitched piece of fabrics like sari, dhoti, turbans, towels, etc. So that's all about history of clothing. So till that we have completed the entire lesson, fiber to fabric, and here are the few points related to the lesson. You would have heard about cotton, and you also heard about wool. But have you heard of the word cotton wool? Cotton wool or the lumps of cotton fibers. Lumps means a mass of a substance is said to be lumps. Lumps of cotton fibers are called cotton wool. Those cotton wool can be used as a absorbent for filling quilts, pillows, etc. And the second one is silk cotton. You would have heard about silk cotton sarees and all, isn't it? Okay, the silk cotton is also a type of fiber, natural fiber we are getting from the fruit of capo tree. It somewhat looks like our cotton plant, like a cotton plant. After maturity, it bursts open and releases the fibers. And the next one is, we know cotton we are getting from cotton plant, but do you know the scientific name of the cotton plant? It is Gossypium. And the scientific name of jute plant is Corchorus. And the next one is, silk was first harvested by the Chinese as early as 2700 BC. So there is a story behind the discovery of silk. There was a emperor named Huangzi, and her wife, when she was sipping a tea, it happens like a cocoon fell into her hot tea and starts to unloosen. When she takes it out, it forms a long fiber. The later she found that it is a silkworm which forms a silk thread. Then she led to the discovery of silk, and she taught to the remaining Chinese people too. Till today, there seems to be the superior in the production of silk. Out of all natural fiber, which fiber is a very strong? It is spider silk. Okay, this spider silk we are not getting, unlike we are not getting it from silkworm, we are getting it from spider. Okay, the silk, spider silk we are getting from spider. So that seems to be the very strongest natural fiber. Just to summarize all the concepts in the lesson. So in this lesson, fiber to fabric, you have learned what is meant by fiber. Those fibers are classified into two types, natural, synthetic. There are again two types, already I told you. An examples for plant fiber, an example for plant fiber, examples for animal fiber are given. Then for synthetic fiber, nylon, polyester. And next one, these fibers can be converted into yarn by the process spinning. For spinning process, we require charka, takli and all. And this yarn in turn converted into fabric by these two processes, by weaving, by knitting. In weaving, Two sets of yarns are used, but in knitting only one set of yarn is used. Here they have given about separating cotton fibers from their silk, and the name of that process is spinning. Okay. The next, such fabric, we are getting fabric by these two processes. Such fabric is used in making cloth. Okay. That's all children, very simple lesson. Why I made you to recall all the concept, because it comprises of so many processes like ginning, retting, spinning, weaving, knitting. You may get confused, so that if we give revision, you won't get confused. It will be clear for you all. That is the reason why I recall today. And it's time for me to check last class homework, and here are the answers. So answer for the first one: name some states of India where cotton is grown. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. Any 2 to 3 answers are enough children. And the second one is devices used for spinning. Very simple. Takli, charka. Difference between weaving and knitting. In weaving, two sets of yarns are involved, and in knitting, only one set of yarn is involved. And the yarn which moves lengthwise is war. The process by which twisting of fibers is done is called as spinning. Here they have given the list of items. It has to be arranged under suitable column. So under cotton and jute, you will get bed sheets, gunny bags, bed sheets, gunny bags and dusters. Out of this, bed sheet and dusters are made of cotton, and gunny bag is made of jute. Under silk, sweater and blanket. Sweater and blanket are made of wool. And next one, synthetic. Curtains, tablecloth, school bag. All the three comes under synthetic. Even if you take curtains, tablecloth, they are also available in cotton. Even some bags are also available in jute. Okay, so that's all children, and it's time for me to give today's homework. And your today's homework is map activity. So you take India outline map. First, collect information about the cultivation of cotton and jute in different parts of our country. So mark all those parts of our country in the map and give different colors for two types of fabrics. For example, for cotton, if you are giving yellow color, for jute you give green color. Is it clear children? So give two different colors for two fibers. Okay. Once you complete the activity, it has to be, you can take screenshot and share it to the respective email ID. Akama building students, you can send to the usual mail ID what we are using, mahatma6science@gmail.com. Likewise, MGG and AK students also received email ID for your school. So you send it to that respective email ID children. Okay. I hope I have revised the entire lesson for you. You would have understand what I have taught today, and I feel MGG and AK students also gain some knowledge in the class. Okay, thank you children. Meet you all in the next week.